What is going on, Shiba Army? This is your boy Random Arts coming with a quick video. And on this video, guys, we're going to be talking about why Bone had that pump that it did yesterday. And I told you guys as soon as I find out, I was going to make a video. So here is the video onto why we seen that nice pump. Now, before I even get into it, do me a huge favor by smacking that like button. Costs you nothing. All you got to just click that little icon that says thumbs up, or that is giving the figure of a thumb up. You click it, boom, bada bing, bada boom. It feeds the algorithm so that way more and more people could hear about Bone. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and consider subscribing. Definitely love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinion about today's video. So taking a quick look at the overall global crypto market, it's still flat right now. We're currently in a sideways consolidation, guys. That's what it is. And anytime an asset is trying to counter trend what the overall market is doing, i.e. what Bitcoin is doing, it tends to get smacked. So it's not an exception to see Bone having some type of retracement. I figured that was going to happen since, Bitcoin in itself has been flat. So people who couldn't wait, they took profits, they did what they had to do, blah, 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 blah. You guys know the drill. But throughout all of this, I was able to find out what happened. Why is Bone going up? And big shout out to the Dark Sheeb. It was based upon his X post that I was able to figure it out. So this is what he posts as far as with the screenshot. So when I actually went to the transactions, which is over here, yeah, they just been buying Bone, guys. And the crazy thing, and again, I'm not sure exactly what it all means, but I can speculate on this part. They added liquidity, guys. They added more liquidity for Bone. So meaning they're trying to make the liquidity as strong as possible. In the same time, they're buying back more Bone on the open market. And this is why we've seen that big spike. Look at this, guys. This is not small amount. 81,000, 80,000, 80,000, 80,000, 79,000, 156,000 Bone, 77, 76, 241,000 Bone, 38,000, 75,000. That is a lot of Bone, especially in a short amount of time. So this just lets you know how scarce Bone is, that the team in itself have to go out onto the open market in order to get Bone. Many people are speculating they're doing this because of a listing. Again, I don't know if that is true or not. I don't have any more inside information of what's happening. I'm just in the dark as you guys, but it is very promising. Anytime that you see, I look at it from this point of view. A bullish sign in the stock market is whenever the company is going back and they're buying their own shares back. So the same thing in crypto, especially for a contract that's renounced, because Bone's contract is renounced. Liquidity, that's burnt. So in order for them to be able to get their hands on Bone, they have to go out to the open market in order to be able to get it, and that they did. So with that happening, they now currently have 1.1 million Bone. Now the scary part of all of this, guys, is the value of it. This wasn't even like, if you calculate how much they actually put into it, it was probably somewhere, in the 200K. Like if 200K was at least part of it, and they probably got Bone elsewhere, because I seen the exchanges, they started popping off as well too. But something big is happening. That's all I'm gonna say. Something big in the background is happening, or it is gonna happen. So right now, for the people that are selling, please keep selling, because I'm trying to get my hand as much Bone as possible, because this right here, look, it's the team that's buying. I see if it's just like a regular Joe Schmo that's buying a whole bunch of Bone. This is the actual team. So meaning they're working on something that requires them to have this amount of Bone. It's simple as that. If this is not the biggest buy signal, then I don't know what is. Again, this is all speculation on my end, not financial advice, of course. So you guys do what you want to do with your bag. Now, interestingly enough, Roaring Kitty, guess what Roaring Kitty is doing? they're currently trying to acquire as much bone as possible as well for the liquidity pool, because that's one way for Roaring Kitty to being able to just organically just go parabolic by just riding the wave of bone. So the more liquidity that it have, the easier it's gonna pump the bags of everybody who is into Roaring Kitty. And not to mention too, guys, if you followed Shiba Inu in these past 4 years, one thing that stayed consistent is whenever Shaitoshi is silent, whenever he's not saying anything, he is cooking something in the background. And boy, I think he's cooking something big, because again, this is forcing him to buy a massive amount of bone. Now, like I was mentioning with the Roaring Kitty account, let me just pull that up real quick just to show you they actually bought more bone today and was able to add that into the liquidity pool. More liquidity on Shibarium is just gonna help the price of Roar as soon as bones start to have that parabolic boost. And again, if you guys want to be able to support this movement, support your bag in bone by helping projects like Roaring Kitty get their hand on more bone to take away from holders, because again, this is going to the liquidity pool. Once it gets into the liquidity pool, the only way it could come out is by people selling their Roar. So essentially, this is another way to lock up more bone. So if you want to support this movement, definitely mint your NFT. We did just get one minted today. Because we got one minted today, guess what was end up happening? The Roaring Kitty marketing wallet was able to buy bone, and they promoted that they bought bone. So big shout out to the community. Big shout out to everyone that minted an NFT. Continue to keep minting these things out, because again, if we could get our hands on at least 100,000 plus bone before bone really start to take off, man, you're looking at future millionaires. But again, that is all that I have for you guys today. Leave a like, leave a comment. Random Arts guys signing off. Bye.